coming from, like, it's not a world it's not, it's like...
It's scary.
Yeah, like, it's like being 67. Like, you're like, weird.
69. You want to be 49.
Right. You want to change everything. You're like, you know what? We need a reset. Like, this is fucked up.
I needed to be 20 years ago.
I tell you. But, there was one more thing.
Joe Rogan and the Kardashian finesse.
Oh, no, I was talking about, with the Kardashians, that was more with the like the blackfishing. I'm not saying the Kardashians do that, but I meant like the Kardashian, like that was like a
esque.
Right.
Kardashian-esque. Okay.
That was tied to that. Joe Rogan.
This one I don't know what it's about.
It was, and that was also tied into my blackfishing.
Okay.
Talk. But I didn't go there. I didn't feel like I feel like it's like a loaded.
It could go a long.
Yeah, it could go a long way. That's
okay.
It's like this is giving attention to bullshit.
Okay. All right.
Because it was like it was just the same effect of, this is gross now. The same effect of like, it's like, shit. Where's the water? We Uh-oh.
I didn't want it to make noises.
Thank you. Wow, that's really thinking. With like, I being the gray area investigator, right? Like having a podcast is like making a show out of real conversation. So the other end of blackfishing, it wasn't even worth.
Gotcha.
Like
going into it.
Worth the blackface. You know, like I feel like I don't want to create an issue on my behalf. Like I like to look at both sides of the coin, but like the other side of the coin, like, you don't want my feeling of it.
Okay.
And Joe Rogan was just to briefly go over it since we brought it up. Joe Rogan, I love what he does with his podcast. Obviously, he's like, he's Joe Rogan. I'm not even going to compare him to. I feel like he created a lane.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make the comparison, but like what Howard Stern did for radio. You know, I hate when people are like Charlemagne is the black Howard Stern. Like I hate, like, no, Howard Stern's Howard Stern.
Right.
Joe Rogan's Joe Rogan.
Right.
Fucking Jerry Seinfeld's Jerry Seinfeld.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but I feel like Joe Rogan created that podcast. Like he's building the ceiling for it, kind of.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So I love what he does with his podcast. He's just a monster.
Right.
Right. And part of that is you're gonna get every walk of life on Joe Rogan's podcast. So we had a gentleman on. I'll Google his name if we take this further. He was talking about how people are racist against... Like, right now is the easiest time to be racist against white people, is what he was saying. He was saying, like, white people are, like,
sure,
low-hanging fruit. And I was like...
I mean, they're not low-hanging fruit.
In terms of... like picking some shit that a white guy did. Oh, like not blackfishing. Right. That's why I say it was a long. It was a
long-winded.
Right. It's a wormhole. Let me get his name now. I knew it. Anthony Cumia.
Okay.
This guy is. He was saying like, if you're like a 67-year-old white man and like I joked about it with R. Kelly. When R. Kelly said, I know this is all over the place now. R. Kelly said, like, did you get your shots? Mm-hmm. Right? I said, if that was a white man, they would have tore his ass, like, they would have fried him on the front of the paper.
True.
Right? So I mean it that, like, if Kid Rock was in, I don't even want to put that on Kid, I don't even like Kid Rock, but I don't even want to put that on Kid Rock. But, I mean, if Kid Rock was in Ethiopia and he said that's low-hanging fruit. That's like, oh, that's too easy. That's
right.
That he meant it like that. So I looked at it like that's why it was like a whole long-ended conversation.
Okay.
But what I did into where I was gonna go with it is like if I thought about comedians, I was like comedians, if the joke is good enough,
you can get away with it.
You can get some racist, not racist shit. you can get that ballpark of joke off. Like, you can get a stereotype off if your joke is good enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, low hanging.
Like the Hillary Clinton thing.
Right. Now, see, there you go. Like, that's one of those things. It's like you can't even be like
it was a shot to someone else.
The timing of it, right? The timing of it
perfectly timed
is a home run. So you kind of just like. Right,
you gotta,
it's free.
yeah.
Like you can't make an issue with that. Like the timing of that is like that was easy. So with this dude, I don't know. Maybe I guess I'll look into it. And maybe we'll revisit the conversation. But it wasn't really.
Okay.
It wasn't really
important.
Not important, but it wasn't worth me talking about at least.
Okay.
I do now. Since I opened up YouTube, I see what's the name, Jacquees here. Jacquees, and I wanted to just quickly say that he really remixed LMA's song
Oh God.
Trip a while ago, long time ago.